Well, the idea was always to get this catamaran in the water for some sailing before it's completely finished. It's been 6 months since we started and we are very much almost at the end. This week's video will be the last video before Splash. Apart from lots of cute dog footage, we have lots and lots of important jobs.
I know that grocery shopping would be a problem once we start sailing, so I've watched some video on how to make your own dog treat. I'm gonna make a tuna treat with infusion of French blue cheese for our little dear Yoshi. Maybe in the future we can catch fresh fish to make treats for him. I'm just going freestyle here again. But basically you just make a texture which would be dry and a little bit hard and chewy. Yeah. Maybe we need 2 eggs because we're making a big batch. Somebody can already smell it. Another egg. Alright, just mix it really well.
Huh?
Flatten the treat. High heat, 20 minutes. I know this is probably very unsafe, but we got no other means of traveling to the town other than a scooter. But I think Yoshi's enjoy it a lot from the shadow. And it's funny that because we're so light, so all of us can fit into one little scooter. It hurts my heart when I heard him like when they give the shot.
Yeah.
I was waiting outside. Mark went in with him. Only one person allowed. But has he been a good boy?
He's been a really good boy.
What did you get?
He's got a little bald head thing because he had a hot spot.
Oh, is this the passport?
It's like some document, but there's a card or something as well.
Nice.
And also, I think we need to come back for the rabies booster. But between the 30th of August, so I don't know, maybe we'll hang out in the anchorage and then dinghy to shore, ride here, get the booster, then back to the boat maybe.
So it has to be after the 30th?
Has to be after the 30th of August.
Oh, okay. Good boy, Yoshi. Oh, you just hit his mouth.
Sorry.
He's obviously enjoyed it. And now we cut into bite size and then cook for another 30 to 40 minutes. I think this can last him a few weeks and it's so cheap. They're ready. Okay, let's see if Yoshi likes it. Yoshi! Yoshi! Good boy. Ayo. Do you like it? Yoshi, I see it. Good boy. Little tail wagging. Good boy. Good boy. Good boy.
We have to apologise for the amount of dog content that's been showing up in our videos recently. It is just the honeymoon period and hopefully it will die down and you won't need to be bothered by our affection for our dog. Thanks for staying with us and enjoy the rest of the video. Oh look at him! Look at his little bald head! Aww. Oh look, he's sitting down.
What are you doing, mate?
Just some tidying up of the old ropity-dopities because there's ropity-dopities everywhere. With a catch as well. It's an absolute nightmare. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do too. Learn some skills.
Thank you, Eric, again for giving us this book.
Here is a little knot which I don't know if it exists in the knot books. But come a little bit closer. It goes like this, right? It's a well cheeky knot. So you go in and you just tuck that around like that, right? And then you tie a little figure of 8 knot at the end. This is the long version, I'll trim it down afterwards. You tie a little thing. You have your tension in this one and you just pull that through like that and it stops. You have a little loop so you make that smaller so it's just like this. And there you go. And if you need to take it off, boom, boom.
Wow.
How about that?
Wow. Did you create it?
I created it yesterday. But
Wow.
I don't know if it's a real thing, but we've got it on all of for the Bimini, all the lines for the Bimini.
Wow, that's so cool. All the job in this hole is finished. So it's time to clean it up and make it nice. Look who's this. We heard that dogs likes to go onto your dirty stuff or your shoes, socks because they miss your smell. And this is where little Yoshi's sleeping. Is it because it's cool? Is it because it's cool there? Huh? Aww, you're so cute. Or is it because you can smell my dirty shoes? Or is it because you can stay with your alpha male when he's working? What you doing, alpha male?
So I'm putting in the last bilge pump. Everything was pretty much wired up actually.
Nice.
I found a wire coming from the bilge pump electrical outlet, a bilge pump in here. I've just wired it up. Now I'm just putting some tube on it. If all hell breaks loose, take the pipe.
Yeah.
Put it in the sink. One job which needs to be done is to cut out here because this radiator is not getting the full amount that it can. So that's the fan out, and this is the little hydraulic radiator. So I've just got this fan hooked up to the ignition, so when I turn it, it comes on. But it sucks air through, so the radiator is here, it sucks air through into the engine bay. So, new opening.
Thank you for sending us the harness for him. Yosh, are you happy?
Oh, look how happy he looks.
Yosh? Wow, it fits him perfect with his. Are you comfortable in your little harness?
Okay, so I've just attached this new grill. I've drilled little bolts through. Very fancy. We still have a gap, smaller than it was before, but now we have the whole radiator working. That's another job ticked off the list. Nadiana booked our appointment to go in the water, which is in exactly 13 days from now.
Yeah.
So, every day a little bit of work. It won't be too stressful.
I almost finished cleaning the starboard side, and we have a proper napping place now.
So part of the reason why we took out all the sails and put them on was to prepare this space. It's basically the napping space. I'm not sure if I've shown you this, but I put in some LED lights here and they look so rough. I really didn't want to do them like this, but Nadiana made me. Anyway, lights are not turned on at the moment, but there you go.
We have to sort out all the trash and tools from under the boat. No, Yoshi. No, Yoshi. No, Yoshi.
We look like absolute savages.
Maybe he's scared of them because maybe he got run over.
Yeah. So while we've been organising this stuff, I got massively sidetracked. I found this old diesel heater, which is a bit knackered, and there's loads of parts missing as well. So for what they're worth, I did notice this little fuel pipe, which I can take off and use that to fix my broken injector. And the reason why I want to do that is because in our box of tricks we had a vise and the little driller thingy-majig, so I can probably do the work on the injector. I'm just gonna practice tapping a thread on this. So after a lot of perseverance, we got a thread on the pipe. How about that? Every time we give him a bone, he has to hide it somewhere. Just trying to bury it under my spanners. What? Whoa, that's wildly inaccurate.
It's very, very, very hot this 3 days. It's I think almost close to 40 degrees and without wind before. So we're using our broken fan, which you can receive the wind from the side. And thanks for installing the fan for our little Yoshi.
It's not enough for this little dog. We need to. It's seriously hot and he's panting a lot.
But supposedly tomorrow will be the hottest day in the whole year.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. But we're not doing any. Our progress is so slow. We're doing one little job a day. Today I did the steering gear sorted. I didn't film it because it's the same old, boring rubbish. And slowly I need to do my injector thing as well, which I keep fannying around with. Final list. We are going to be in the water in just over a week now. So I want to do both boom out hauls for the sails, lazy jacks on one side of the mizzen, but I'll probably just redo the whole system. Sicker flex the keel to hull joint, power wash, antifoul, all I need to fill it in the hydraulic oil, but the oil will not come, it's lost in the post apparently. I need to tension the rig and do the floor in the dining room. This was the old anchor shackle, nothing really wrong with it, but we've been given this super swanky, twisty anchor shackle by our friend, and it's a really nice little thing. Okay, there we go. Twisty shackle. Very nice. I don't think this Dremel, the bit's just bending. Just feels very wobbly, so you need a proper drill to go in here. And it's just using compression against it. So yeah, I'm not sure about this. So, power wash day. The reason why is because this antifoul is very erodable. Basically, after sanding it down, it's like this. So we're power washing it to get it down. It's so bad.
All right.
And also the tow rail.
Yeah. Oh, it's all on my head. It's all just slime. Whoa, check out the black water coming down from the rudder. Whoa. New mosquito bites right on my lips. It feels so painful, like super numb.
It's a cheap way of Botox. Okay, so Alex has come by with this, which, from what I know so far, it's a air conditioning system using a hairdryer. But I'll let Alex explain what it is exactly.
Actually, it's an atmosphere dryer. It does have an evaporator and a condenser like an air conditioner, but they are glued together one over the other one. You can see it under, and this one was over it. So it does produce heat and cold, both mixed together. But the water is the moisture contained in the air is extracted and fall into the back there. That air is exhausted through a round window in the boat. It doesn't use more than 250 watts, which is pretty little, so it doesn't make a lot of cold air, but it's really cold. It's between 19 and 6 degrees, depending if you measure up or down the evaporator. This is the evaporator. At the beginning it was just over the condenser, but now I've pivoted it, turned it 90 degrees, very slowly, not to break the line, so be very cautious. And here I put fan, tiny fan in there. I will glue it, it's not finished yet. Actually I have a fan in the car, but I didn't put it out. I don't want to cool the boat. It's able to cool down pretty well a tiny room, I mean a bedroom in a boat, but only one bed, you know, maybe a two-place one, but not more. It's going about, we'll have it work and I'll show you. I have to take a reference. 35, wow, it's not as hot as before, but so if I take here, you can maybe, I'll turn it for you to see. The measure is on the laser point, so you see it's about 29 everywhere, and if I take it where the exhaust air goes, it's already 31, but it's only the sun.
Okay.
And now I will start it. We have to wait.
Yeah.
So it's not noisy at all. We are outside, so we won't feel very much cool.
Ah, I can feel it.
You can feel it?
Yeah, it's really cool actually. Just in here.
14, it's not that cool. It's 11, 14.
Yeah. It's noticeably cooler.
Yeah, but it's only starting. So I did put it that way, and there is a round edge here and here, and here I clamp tiny hose, those soft one.
Yeah.
Just put it on the.
Nice. Yeah, I like it. How cool was that little invention? It's amazing what you can do just with a bit of ingenuity, and you can get expensive systems for very cheap. It's pretty cool, isn't it? We've been working on getting the boat ready for in 1 week from now, and one important thing. So we had this pump on our wish list, thank you very much, and basically I've filled it with marine grease and I've screwed it in there, and I'm just going to pump in some grease. I'm not sure how much pressure, I don't want to overdo it, so okay, so that's a good job done. And these propellers, the cutlass bearing, this one there is a tiny bit of movement, I would say less than a millimeter, and I've felt some cutlass bearings which are supposedly okay and they're much worse than that, so that's good. But I've also been putting a big old bead of Sikaflex on the keel to hull joint. The only real reason for that is just to provide extra protection. The keel to hull joint looks pretty good. It's like a semi-setting sealing gasket, and this basically just covers it up. So I think I need to sand down the epoxy barrier that I put on there, and then we'll be anti-fouled. We also kind of want to get rid of this blue stripe, which is we're not sure whether we like it, but it's a job that would require a bit of time. We have lots of important things to do.
I just went to the office and got the paying number for our 3-month extra staying here, which is 1,317. So it's not that, I mean, it's quite bad if you're paying by monthly, even worse by daily or weekly. So for us, a month is 434.
Really not bad for a catamaran.
Yeah, if you think about that, it's not bad.
Yeah.
All right, now administration job.
So on the mizzen we only had one side of the lazy jack system hooked up. So I've taken down that one side, I'm going to replace both. I've just put little pulleys on the end of some Dyneema, which I kind of accidentally bought. I thought it was a cheap rope, but it's Dyneema and it was 30 euros. Basically 2 of these with a rope going around should work, I hope. I do need to go up the mast again to feed the line through this small block. This tiny small block.
1, 2, 3.
Okay.
4.
Look at this dog. Aww. Did you miss me? Said he's so protective. These are our 2 pulleys. This is for this side, and I've attached a line to under the boom which goes through that pulley. Now when I pull that pulley up, it goes up, and I want it about there, so I tie it off. Then I take this line to the other lazy jack spot, and I really hope I have enough line for this. Okay, so there we go. It's a little bit narrow, so I might take that line a bit further back, but it helps a lot, and it's a really simple system and cheap, and yeah, it's pretty good because the mizzen's a narrow sail anyway, so it's not super duper necessary for that, just an extra couple of sail ties maybe, but yeah, pleased with that. Okay, so this bad boy needs dealing with. Do you know what these are called, Nadana?
Rivets.
Wow, nice.
What do you think I am? Do you know what is called in Chinese?
Rivet.
错 Wrong answer.
钉子.
No.
刷钉. 是什么?
不告诉你.
What is it?
It's 不告诉你.
不告诉你个屁. 是什么呀? 你不知道吗?
我不知道.
Yeah.
Need to ask my dad.
Huh? A little bit rough around the edges.
Conclusion?
Conclusion, this is for the blah 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 stay sail or halyard.
Stay sail halyard. Wow, the wind is blowing. I'm flying off.
Look at this split pin as well.
Totally not split.
That's a foot killer.
Yeah, that looks like this is crazy foot killer.
It's a burglar trap.
Oh.
Okay, that's the resting point for this.
Nice. For another sail. Cool. I think we will be flying with all these sails.
Well, yeah.
Qu'est-ce que tu fais, monsieur?
Using this, well, tightening up this again, another stay for a sail.
Yeah.
And It's almost at its end, but it's okay.
Is it also similar to the rigging system?
It's the same, but to lock it off.
Yeah.
Oh, it's strange, isn't it? You push that in.
Wow.
Take the
Ring out.
and you can adjust it.
Whoa.
And it's funny because it's all rigged with Dyneema.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Dynamite. Hello, Yoshi. You were scared of this trampoline before.
Now he's happy. Aww. Aww. He missed you.
You missed me.
Do you think I can sit on the trampoline?
Yeah.
Aww.
What's wrong, bro? It's okay. It's okay.
Maybe he's. Shut up. Shut up, Daddy. Do you think this trampoline will hold both of us?
Yeah. Don't worry, it's okay. It's okay.
I don't trust this trampoline because of that.
It's okay.
Hey!
Yoshi,
Where was he going?
stay around here, okay? It's antifouling time. So on the boat already, we have this bottle of antifoul, and hopefully it'll be enough. I think it's separated. Can't really see. Oh, yeah. So we want to use it tomorrow as well, I think. So I'm going to cut around and then we'll have to seal it up later. But hopefully it'll work because it's probably been sat here for a year or two. Whoa. Whoa.
Whoa.
So it forms a skin really easily. I don't know if it's normal.
You should wear a mask and glasses. Nice. Looking really bold. Job done!
Woo!
It's not done?
It's not quite done yet.
Almost. Let's have a look at the final stroke.
Too late.
Too late. There you go. Wow, the paintbrush looks so chic.
It's a special.
All red.
Yeah.
Wow, it looks nice. There you go. A full view. It actually looks cool with the blue stripe. Like Aston Villa. It actually does. Conclusion for today's job.
I feel pretty high.
On the anti-foul. Really?
I feel dizzy.
Yeah, of course. You've got. Show us your leg. Ugh.
Yeah.
I absolutely hate this.
Well, there you go. The boat's anti-fouled, which means that we have, well, about 4 or 5 days to get in the water because you can't leave anti-foul on the boat in the sun for too long. So next week, make sure you check out the splash. Is it going to be dramatic? Have we already splashed? Are there going to be problems? Is the boat going to be watertight? What do you think? Let us know in the comments. Thank you so much to you guys who've been to our wish list, PayPal, coffee, not just over the last week, but over the last, well, months, over the last couple of years, because, you know, we've been doing this for about 2 years now, which is crazy to think about. Thanks for watching. As always, see you next week.